The U.S. Forest Service is fighting a wildfire in the Ocala National Forest.
Officials are using controlled burns to stop the spread of the fire. And Evan Moon joins us now with more on the topic.
Yeah, so over the last 2 days, a wildfire has quickly spread, and I'm going to tell you about it. It spread from 15 acres to 67 in the western portion of the Ocala National Forest. This year is especially dry, so on the front lines, they're using a number of techniques to try to get this wildfire under control.
Actually, I think this one here was the worst controlled burn I think I've ever seen.
Dawn and Cheryl LaRoche have lived within a mile of the Ocala National Forest since 1968. They're used to wildfire season, but not like this.
We're extremely dry right now, so I would urge anyone out there with campfires or anything like that to be extra cautious with them. Do not leave them unattended, absolutely not. And when you leave, just make sure they're fully extinguished.
Officials use what are called burnouts. They reduce vegetation that allows the wildfire to move quickly. But this also increases the number of acres involved, roughly 600 acres now, and generates a lot more smoke. Several roads in the vicinity were closed due to the heavy smoke.
The smoke was so heavy yesterday that we had to leave last night and go stay with friends over in Summerfield, just so we could breathe.
The U.S. Forest Service also uses another technique to prevent fires in the forest.
We use a retardant, what we call retardant drops, which is dropped out of aircraft, and that's ahead of the fire front or to protect the lines across the roads, in this instance the line across the road. If fire were to cross this road, that retardant would have helped protect, would have slowed the progression of the fire down.
I'm standing in this area of the forest where they dropped the retardant. You can see all around me all the pink leaves. That pink shows the chemical that's supposed to slow down the fire if it does get to this point. That way, rescue officials can come out and control it.
Dwight Snow told me just one airdrop of retardant costs about $10,000. But if he can justify mitigating risk for a firefighter or a resident, he'll spend the money every time.
Dwight Snow says the cause of this fire is still under investigation, but most of the time it is from campfires, and he urges campers to not abandon any fires and to be more cautious during this dry season.